Today I would like to talk to you about how communication is very important in an interview. Most of the time I meet students who are highly qualified. They are MBAs or MTech or MCA or they are MSc, they are PhD. They have only one complaint. They say that we know our subject very well. We are not getting a job because they tell us our communication is not good. I don't know if you have also had experience like that, but if you haven't had an experience like that, I would like you to avoid such an experience. It should never happen in your life that you are deprived of a job because you do not have communication. Other things I cannot teach you. I cannot teach you your subject, but I can tell you some things which will improve your communication. Let us start first with how your verbal communication will improve your interview. When you go into the interview room, I will speak about non-verbal communication also later. First, verbal. When you go into the interview room, usually you are asked the first question. Tell us about yourself. This is the first question. Self-introduction. They want you to introduce yourself. Please remember here, there are 4 things which you have to keep in mind. What to say? Question is what? What should I say? Second question, when should I say it? Third question, how should I say it? And fourth question, how much should I say? What, when, how, and how much? Did you get? Now you're asked one question. Tell us about yourself. 4 members are sitting in the team. You are sitting on the other side. They ask you, tell us about yourself. Now what should you say? You have to remember that there are clearly 2 parts of introduction in your life. One is personal, the other is professional. One is personal. Personal implies your family, your life, etc. So they will ask you, Mr. Balaji or Miss Padmavati, please introduce yourself or please tell us about yourself. Many people begin, now they called you by name. Many people begin by saying, Sir, my name is Balaji. Madam, my name is Balaji. They already called you by name. Why are you repeating yourself? They know your name. They have your resume. You need not say your name again. What to say? I am giving you first question. What to say? If it is a technical job, if it is a job related to your specialization, talk about your professional capabilities. Don't say, my father is a farmer, my mother is a homemaker, unless it is a generalized job where your family's support is important. Where your family's support is not important, suppose you're doing veterinary science, you want a job as a vet, your father is also a veterinary doctor, then you mention that in the interview. That is a professional capability. You got inspiration from your father, you can mention your father. But you say, my father is uneducated, I'm a veterinary doctor, that piece of information is unnecessary. So please remember what to say. Second question, when to say. Very often in the interview, this is throughout the interview, not only first question. Before the interviewer finishes the question, you start answering. You're excited. You know the first 2 or 3 words of the question. You know what the interviewer is going to ask. You interrupt the interviewer and you start answering. This is bad interview etiquette. Never make this mistake. You allow the interviewer to finish the full question, then you answer, then you begin to answer. When to speak. Second question. When to speak. I first mentioned what. Is that clear? When to speak. Wait till the question is asked, then you speak. Suppose you haven't understood the question, please say, "Sir, could you repeat the question? Sir, I beg your pardon. Sir, I could not understand. Can you tell me the question?" Don't ever try to imagine what the person has asked and answer in an irrelevant way. Don't give information which has not been asked for. This is the third question. How to answer. Listen clearly, carefully, give an answer to the point. Don't give an answer which is half-hearted, or don't give an answer which has not been asked at all, because you did not understand the question. There is nothing wrong in saying in an interview, "I don't know. Sorry sir, I don't know the answer," instead of trying to bluff in the interview. I'll give you my own personal experience. As a young postgraduate, I went and appeared for NDA, job in NDA, National Defense Academy. I got the job, no doubt, but one of the questions they asked me, I could not answer. I said, "Sorry, I did my MA long back, I have forgotten." They did not deprive me of the job, they gave me the job. Unfortunately, I got university job. Nobody allowed me to take NDA. They said, "Don't go far away, work in Osmania University." MA teaching, research, all those. So from my personal experience, I can tell you that no interviewer, that was UPSC, 10-member team of interviewers. They never feel bad if a candidate is honest. But if you try to bluff, this is the how part of it, then they immediately find out. How much, the last question when you are talking in an interview is how much. How much implies that you might know, you have studied 4 years or 5 years degree and gone for the interview. You have studied 10 semesters. Can you say everything you know about the subject? You should know only how much to say in 2 or 3 minutes maximum, preferably in 1 or 2 minutes. You can't give a 1-hour lecture when they ask you a question on your topic or on your specialization. So how much to speak should be known from the question which has been asked. Now when I say how much, many candidates go for the interview and they answer in single syllable. Which is your favorite subject? They give one word. Why do you like it? You give another word by saying, "I got 70% marks." You are not giving the interviewer enough material to ask you questions. When the interviewer is interviewing you, he or she wants some information from you based on which he or she can ask you questions. You are not giving that information to that person. So speaking too much is as bad as speaking too less. Therefore, when we talk about verbal communication, in an interview you must remember how to introduce yourself, whether it is personal introduction which is important for the job, or it is professional introduction that is important for the job. In your introduction, give enough matter to the interviewer to ask you further questions. Suppose you are very good at one area, you mention that area in your introduction. Then you will find that the interviewer will ask you questions on that area. The interviewer is searching for your comfort level, your comfort zone in order to ask. The interviewer is not your enemy, but if you don't provide them with the comfort zones, they choose areas which you might not be able to answer.